Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Tuesday, October 8th, 2019. I'm going to go ahead and do an energy check-in. Apologize for the way that I look, guys. I kept waking up last night. I was having really weird dreams. It was like I would have a dream cycle, and then I would wake up, then I would go back to sleep, and I would go instantly into REM, have a dream, and then wake up again. It was constant. I kept seeing... Funny thing is, I don't remember half the dreams, but I do remember seeing 2222 several times. I'm not really quite sure why. I haven't figured that out yet. So, any ideas, let me know in the comments. Really weird. Alright, so first card out today, Virgo. So, Divine Feminine coming in strong today. So, I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are definitely standing in their strength right now. A lot of Divine Feminines are coming into their ascension, they're emerging from their ascension, you know, working on purging. I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are purging right now, purging toxicity, ending toxic cycles, karmic cycles, actually possibly physically purging too. I do feel that a lot of Divine Feminines are actually getting rid of things in their life, like actual material things. Like clutter, so to speak, but also clearing the clutter from their souls. Okay, so it's both, I do feel, which is good. Okay, because you want to get rid of those things that no longer serve you, just in general. And also I do feel some friendships ending as well. So just let them end. They're not supposed to be there anyway. Okay. You learn the lessons, time to move on, right? So I do feel that's happening right now with Divine Feminine. And Divine Masculine, I do feel, is viewing Divine Feminine right now as a very powerful influence. Okay? It's like they're seeing what she's doing, because let's be honest, they're spying. Okay? They're seeing that she's standing in her power, she's doing her thing, she's manifesting the things in her life that she wants. Okay, and he's seeing that, and it's a powerful influence for him. Okay, so Divine Feminine, keep shining your light, because that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, helps Divine Masculine wake up. It helps him put things in perspective for his own life, so that he can get his crap together. Okay, so that's really, really good. I do feel 5D communication very strong still right now. Okay, and that may be telepathy, song messages, dreams, you know, that sort of thing. If you've cut off telepathy, you know, probably reaching out to you in dreams and stuff like that, probably seeing signs, synchronicities, okay? And they are seeing these things as well, okay? I think a lot of them are very consciously aware right now, very consciously aware of the connection and of the 5D aspect of the connection, okay? They're getting a lot of dreams, probably disturbing them quite a little bit, because it's like a consistent thing, you know? When you're dreaming of the same person every single night, it can be really, really, like, weird, for a lack of a better term, right? It's kind of jolting, actually. Especially if you're someone who doesn't dream or doesn't often remember your dreams. So when you start dreaming very vividly and it doesn't feel like a dream, that can actually really wig you out. Just saw 333, yay! So I do feel that's happening with the twins collectively right now. So 5D communication, very amped up, okay? Sexual energy, very high. Very high right now, and I know it's been kind of overwhelming here recently, but it's like really, really high right now. And this part of this is the 5D communication that you're receiving. Okay, so you're probably feeling this quite a bit. All right. There's also some triggers I do feel happening between the twins right now, and Divine Masculine, a lot of Divine Masculines are actually clearing these blocks out of their lives where they've kind of put up these boundaries, right, to you, but they're starting to lower their shield a little bit, okay? But I do feel, you know, still a lot of triggers coming, or a lot of triggers happening right now with both twins, okay? I do feel, again, like sacral chakra, so yeah, definitely some very ramped up sexual energy today, okay? So try to deal with it the best that you can, and of course Aries come in, more sexual energy here, but also a very strong sense of self. I do feel a lot of Divine Masculines are really stepping into themselves, they're stepping into who they are, and they're standing up for themselves a lot more. They're feeling a lot more secure in standing up for themselves. And a lot of them have been through a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, drama. Yeah, they've been through a lot of drama in their lives, right? And so they're coming out of that, understanding who they are, and like ascending from that, and moving on from that, right? But still also some triggers happening here. Divine Feminine still, always, seems to come through this way. Like, she's like standing in her power, right? She's standing in her power, and she's passionate about what she's doing. Right. Very strong sense of self with Divine Feminine as well. Okay, so this is very good. This is a very good step. And I do feel still some anxiety coming through from Divine Masculine. It's more or less like a, almost, not really a fear, but almost just like a trepidation. Like trying to figure out how to move forward, how to come forward, without causing more drama. Okay. And a lot of them probably still not realizing that Divine Feminine has already forgiven them for whatever happened, okay? But they're having a hard time forgiving themselves. They're getting there, but it's a very slow process, okay? And some of them are still really attached to some 3D things, money, that sort of thing, and that is a block in the connection, okay? So Divine Feminine still standing strong, putting up her boundaries where she needs to, standing in her strength, and purging, right? So overall, very good energies today, I feel, save for that lovely anxiety feeling. But I will say, I do feel it's tapered off some. It's like little by little. Some days is worse than others, right? Oh. It's a lot. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, again, sexual energy coming in for Divine Masculine today. Very passionate, very overwhelmed, I do feel. But, there are also some Divine Masculines who have been feeling very pent up. A lot of pent up anger, a lot of pent up frustration, okay? And it's kind of coming to the surface. A lot of triggers happening, bringing that to the surface so it can be healed. But also a lot of Divine Masculines are working on things in their job right now, and they're very, very passionate about, right? And they're just waiting for their ships to come in. They've been putting in this effort. They've been, sowing the seeds, and they're just waiting for that to be fruitful for them, okay? And they're feeling very impatient about it, but they're trying not to. It's like they're really trying to control that impatient feeling, and this may be where the anxiety is coming from for a lot of you. Divine Feminine, you may be feeling this from your Divine Masculine, okay? He's very anxious to move, very anxious to get out of where he's at. He's sitting there waiting for things to progress for him, right? And, he's learning how to purge properly, okay? These towers that are coming through showing him what needs to be purged, and he's learning to do that. He's learning to purge properly instead of suppressing and repressing. He's actually purging and letting it go so that he can move on to the next lesson, okay? And you've been doing this for a while, so you're setting the example for him so that he can actually figure out where his happiness actually lies. And he's starting to understand again that it lies within. It doesn't lie where he's at. It doesn't lie in other people's happiness. It lies within himself, okay? And so again, a lot of them still in these karmic situations, a lot of them do have children, but they're understanding that these things right here, okay, while they are very, very important, they are understanding that these people here, especially maybe as a mother, father, or something like that, their happiness should not be tied to these people's happiness. Does that make sense? And it's skipping. Give it a second. Okay. So they're understanding that. Okay. The people pleasing and everything like that, it's coming to an end. Okay. So they're very focused on this today. Very focused on this, which would explain a lot of the sexual energy. Okay. Do feel some of them still going through some anxiety. This is the anxiety card. Okay. Some of them still going through awakenings, dark night of the soul, big time, okay? But it's like, instead of dwelling in the darkness right now, Divine Masculine is trying to figure out how to get out of the darkness, okay? They're learning how to, again, purge properly, okay? So that they can rid themselves of this anxious feeling that they have, this constant worrying about things, worrying about what other people think, worrying about the emotional backlash from the decisions that they make. Okay? And they've been in this energy for a long time. They don't want to hurt people. They really don't. They really don't want to hurt anybody. They really don't want to hurt their divine feminine, you know, but they seem to have done. And you know, a lot of them, again, are having issues forgiving themselves about that because they think their divine feminine has not forgiven them yet. Okay, so you know, definitely seeing this in sight. The divine is bringing this, saying, hey, here's what you want here. This stuff needs to be left alone, okay? Purge this so that you can have this and you can fill your own cup. Okay? And so again, a lot of fire energy today. So yeah, definitely wanting to come in, wanting to express what's been happening, wanting to communicate, very much so, what's been going on, okay? And again, I feel a lot of triggers. And there could be triggers with this communication, Divine Feminine. Some of them aren't quite ready to come forward, but they want to, okay? It's on their mind. They're thinking about what they want to say, how they want to say. I just saw 1111. Okay. Anyway, wanting to come forward, you know, but they're trying to figure out how to do that, okay? Because they understand the journey now. Most of them are understanding the journey and how important the next step is, how important it is to release the expectations, right? So a lot of them are really worried about, they're focusing on expectations. They're focusing on how they want their divine feminine to react to their communication, right? Which is kind of a mirror, because divine feminine's like, when is he going to contact me? I'm ready for him to contact me. Some of you may not be ready, right? You may not be as ready as you think you are, okay? And a lot of times what happens is you'll get like test communication to see if you'll get triggered. It's like they're testing the waters to see if it's safe for them to come in. Just saw 1212. I can't today, guys. I can't. Okay, so yeah, you know, a lot of them definitely feeling very sorry for the things that they've done in the past. And it's like they're holding on to this when they really shouldn't. They need to be letting this go so that this can happen, right? And they're getting it, you know. There are still more towers to come, but I feel like at this point, Divine Masculine has had so many towers that they're kind of like, just like, another one, right? You know, they may not know the terminology, but it's like they know when one's going to hit. It's like they're getting that intuitive feeling of, I know something is about to happen, something is about to change, something is about to trigger an upheaval in my life, okay? So they're getting to where they recognize the triggers. And again, they're learning how to purge properly. Okay, all right, Divine Feminine. It never takes long with Divine Feminine, I swear. It's great. Yeah. Divine Feminine definitely standing in her power today. Okay. Feeling very fruitful, feeling very abundant, manifesting her happiness, you know, working on her mission, working on herself, you know, just no cares in the world, released expectations, you know, feeling like, well, the Two of Wands here, or Two of Fire, feeling very passionate about her mission, feeling very passionate about her job, about herself, about what she's doing, about the journey itself, and of course very passionate about Divine Masculine. So this is being mirrored right now. This could be why sexual energy is very high, because if you're receiving it and you're sending it back, it's gonna, like, you know, go back and forth. Okay? So very, very passionate today. Definitely coming into that inner alignment, and that's really great. She's ending some cycles in her life because she understands that in order to end those cycles, or in order for cycles to begin, she must end the current one, right? So she's learning that. Also, I do feel a lot of inner child work being done. I do feel a lot of you have returned to your inner child work if you've stopped for a while, and that's really good. You want to nurture that. You want to build that back up. Okay, so, and you can find a lot of really good inner child things on YouTube, honestly, or you can find someone who you trust that does meditations online. So again, Divine Feminine's still building up her abundance, building up her foundations, really, really busting ass, so to speak, I do feel. A lot of Divine Feminines really, really putting a lot of effort into their work, into their mission, and just in general into their lives, you know, just rebuilding from these towers and understanding how to move forward. And so she's holding up herself here, right? She's holding up herself here, okay? And not waiting for someone else to come along, right, and fix her. She's fixing herself. She's figuring it out, right? So a lot of abundance coming in for Divine Feminine right now, okay? Because she's really tapping into that. She's tapping into the manifestation. She's learning how to do that, okay? And she's not feeling so left out in the cold, just in general, okay? Some of you definitely have some karmic partners, probably, you know, that you're still with, that need to end, but it's like you've disconnected energetically, okay? And that's the first step, honestly. Let's get some messages from the counterparts today. And I love these cards because they kind of just speak for themselves. So I don't really think I need to say anything, honestly. Yeah. Stop asking this question. A lot of you keep asking this question. Stop. All it's doing is casting doubt. Very regretful today. Bingo! Sorry, it's not funny. It's just when things are synchronistic and like validated for me, I just laugh. It's just how I deal with stuff. Okay. Alright, let's get some messages and advice from the universe. Yeah. Oh! Some of them still in denial. Most of them in denial, I think, about their karmic situation, not necessarily about the connection itself, okay? Okay, yeah, so don't forget to have fun, the Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, whoever's watching this. Don't forget to have fun. Don't take it so seriously, really. Like, I think a lot of people take this journey way too seriously. It's okay. I mean, obviously, you know, there are serious elements, you know, heal and stuff like that. But I think a lot of times they focus so hard on it that they forget there are other things to enjoy in life. And it's not just focusing on union. You know, you got to find something that makes you happy, okay, and do it. And that's part of your mission, okay? And this is, you know, being divinely guided, divinely timed, and everything, okay? So just release expectations, release control. Okay, it's happening whether you like it or not, right? And if you have any addiction issues or, you know, possibly, and this doesn't have to be drugs, okay? Escapist tactics, codependency, that sort of thing. It's all addiction, okay? It's the same vibration. I need to clear that out, okay? Also, if you're obsessing, stop doing that, okay? I know it's really easy to do, okay? Especially with Scorpio. You know, pretty much in all the planets right now, all the planets are in Scorpio. It's really, really easy to revert back into that very heavy energies, okay? But if you're waiting on something, you know, stop. Take that leap of faith. Move forward without fear. Don't let fear hold you back, okay? It's time. It's time to take action. It's time. Okay? Inner child work, very, very important. I already touched on that, but yeah, inner child work is very, very important. Okay, so definitely work on that. And of course, some of you have children, your Divine Masculines have children, and that's an issue in this connection right now. Okay, try to have compassion with that. Okay, but everything's going to be fine. Everybody's going to be fine. Stop worrying. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.